the backyard, and I'm going to show you what all we've got done to the garden. If we can get Miss Lacey to quit her barking at the kitty cat that's laying over there in the corner. But I'd also thought I'd give you a little video of the chickens. They're starting to lose their feathers. They're talking this morning to me, but they're starting to lose their feathers. They're kind of getting a little ugly. So I thought I'd let you see them and kind of see what goes on when they molt and lose their feathers, because that's starting to happen. And Mr. Blanchard's crowing. He's telling me good morning because he hears me out here talking. And now Lacey's going to yell at some squirrels. That's what's going on. Well, Blanchard, what are you talking about? Blanchard, come on out there. What you doing being lazy, boy? Blanchard, come here, Blanchard. I know, you haven't come out this morning. You being lazy. As you can see, they're starting to lose their feathers. There's feathers all inside there, and they're being a little lazy. When they go through this, it's a little bit of tiring for them because they're rebuilding feathers. They're getting new feathers for the new season. Okay, so let's go look at the garden. In this little pot right here, I've got planted some cherry tomatoes, and they're coming up. They're not looking too good, but they're coming up. I might at least get one vine out there. I've got to weed them because they did come up kind of thick. That's how they always do. They try to come up in one bunch. So here's the garden. We've got it all put in. And I'm going to show y'all the potatoes first. Look at here. Look at these potatoes coming up. Can you see that? As we go all the way down the row, you can see just about every potato that we planted made a plant. Now, whether it makes some potatoes under the ground, that we'll have to wait and see. And then down there on that end, I transplanted my corn. See if I can walk down through here without it being too muddy for me. I've got to go to work, and I don't want to get my shoes too muddy. But you can see we made our rows. Hush. Hush. So, the corn didn't transplant as well as I wanted it to. It's a little yellowy, but this row right here has some, you have to really look in there because the hay, but we have some lettuce and cabbage. I don't know what's what. I think coming up, you can see it. I think this is the lettuce. Down here it's looking much better on this end. And then these two rows, we started some seed in. So you won't see much in those. Then over here, but it'll be exciting to watch everything come up and grow. And then over here, it's these three rows we planted. This one has some tomatoes. They're really little. They're coming up, but they're really little. And I think something's just about ate all of my squash. But I do have a few squash. They're just coming up. And it's not doing too good. I tell you, I may have to buy some plants and replant. We've been thinking about putting a fence. I think I have a rabbit that's eating some of my stuff. But some of it's making it and some of it isn't. So we'll just have to wait and see how it turns out. It's been fun getting the garden in. So, tell you a story about these scarecrows. These were my scarecrows that I used. There's three of them. When I did my fall thing in the front yard, and we had planted some seeds and came back, and the blackbirds were eating the seeds. So we got the scarecrows out and put them in the thing, and they're just so cute. So we'll just have to wait and see what comes up and what doesn't. The squash may come back. I'm not for sure. The tomatoes may shoot up in the next couple of days. Not for sure. You know, with a garden, it's you just have to plant the seed and then pray that God will bless it and grow it. But I'm really proud of the work that we did. And I think that we got the rows looking pretty good. It's a little wavy. We got some carrots planted over there in that area right there, that little spot that's in between there. But that's corn, and that's lettuce and cabbage. Then we've got some sweet peas that's going to grow right there. And on the end of the garden, I grew watermelon, cantaloupe, and pumpkin so it can grow out over the grass. Then, of course, these are the potatoes. Then these are some beans. Beans. And then on this row right here, we got bell pepper. And we've got some pear tomatoes. And then this is all tomatoes. And this is cucumbers and squash here. And then that's some squash and different kinds. This is zucchini. So we'll see how it turns out. Lacey's out in the backyard this morning. Here's the onion bed. I'm so proud of that. That's looking good. And we've got some, let me walk over here and we'll go. But here's my blackberry bush that I planted last year. I want to show you how many blooms he has on him and how he has tripled in size in 1 year. I planted another blackberry bush. I do not think it made it. That's a raspberry bush. I think it's alive. It's making it. And then these fruit trees that we planted last year are doing wonderful. Now this year I'll have to cut off some of the branches at the bottom so that it grows correctly. But they're looking good. So, and just for fun, let's walk around and let's look at my tomatoes. I'm wanting a fresh tomato so bad. Let's walk around here and we'll look at my rose bushes. Candies are all coming up. They're looking good, and I got more red ones this year. Something's eating them. We got to get some stuff to put on them. But let's walk around here. Oh, I want to show you my azalea. My azalea just bloomed beautiful this year. Look at that. It's not a spot on it that doesn't have a bloom. Isn't that gorgeous? Just gorgeous. Gorgeous this year. But this little rose bush right here, so I want to put an archway over this, if you can hear me, because this is on the front street. But this one is about ready to bloom. Look at that. It's got blooms all over it. And then this one we thought had died last year. We thought it had died, and it decided to come back to life. Isn't that wonderful? God brought it back to life, Jesus. Then we've got our little grass. But the azalea is the star of the show in the yard right now. Anyway, I'm at work, and I thought I would show you guys our theme for this year at the library and share this with you, what me and the ladies have been working on. And so I'm going to turn this around. Well, we'll just do it like this. We'll do it with my head in there. Anyway, up above us is a net with all kinds of little sea guys. Seahorses, crabs, starfish, lobsters. And our theme for the libraries this year is Oceans of Possibilities. And so we have this curtain. And then when you come into the children's room, you are under the ocean. Or so you're supposed to feel like you're under the ocean. And so, as you can see, it's just a magical wonderland. Look at this. Look at this. And then above us, we have Mr. Ray. If I can get him in the shot. Mr. Ray's up there. And then over here we have some coal. And back here is kind of our stage. And we have an octopus up there. I hope you can see it. But to me, it's just magical. And all the little kids get it. They're like, we're under the ocean when we come back here. I thought it would be neat to share it with you guys. Over here you can see it's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we're not quite done. We got a little bit more to do. But I thought I'd throw that in this video and kind of let you guys see what we've been doing. And we turned these back doors into fish aquarium. We put some cellophane, blue cellophane on there, and then we've got fish swimming in the doors. So anyway, I love you guys. Just thought I'd share that with you. Okay, family, so we're back in the house. Just kind of wanted to give you guys an update on the garden. Let you see some things that we've done. And I'm going to tell you, next year I'm going to plant some things in the greenhouse. But I have a much better feeling about doing seed in the ground. I love to put it in the ground and let it come up and watch it sprout. I always lose some in the transition, and so I'm a little downhearted about the way that some things transplanted, and it's looking like it's dying. But you never know. That I have had squash that looked like somebody done stomped over it, and it still produced lots of squash. You never know what's going to come out. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's not a very long video, just kind of a little update. And I pray that God blesses you. And until next time, I'm Grammie Nae Nae.